Mind muscle connection is the ability to contract a muscle. We've got two ways that we can generally think about mind muscle connection. We've got from the top down, so the brain telling the muscle to contract, and the muscle is doing as the brain says, and it is squeezing and tensing and activating. The other way is we can just, if we don't have the ability to just switch on a muscle by thinking about it and just being like, okay, tense, 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 then what we can do and how we can improve it is by putting metabolic fatigue, so getting a good pump, doing some damage, making the muscle really work, and the muscle will tell the brain that that muscle is being stimulated. Just having a better mind-muscle connection with your muscles and improving your ability to control, connect, and activate them. Science has shown that just by improving the mind-muscle connection that we have with any particular muscle, it is more likely that we can grow that muscle to a bigger size versus if we didn't have the ability to control and tense that muscle maximally. It's also been shown that focused attention on your muscles while lifting improves the activation and mind-muscle connection to those muscles. So right now I'm talking, so I don't have great focused attention on the muscle that I'm working. But if I switch on for a second and just focus on that muscle activating, I get a much better connection. I squeeze harder. The technique is better. And it's important that you can dial in on your training. If you're focusing on muscle development, then you need to be able to feel those muscles working. And there'll be people that tell you, no, you don't need to feel those muscles working for them to grow. And that is true. But for the longevity that we are going for, having a good connection with the muscles that are on your body is, in my opinion, a much better way to connect to, control, and grow your body in the long term. So we can improve mind-muscle connection doing 4 things. Just slow down your reps, and it's going to increase the time under tension, and it'll increase the likelihood that you will feel that muscle either starting to burn or the tension going through the muscle from the weights that you are lifting. Second, we can fatigue and pre-fatigue the muscle. The more metabolite buildup, and so the more that burns, the more the muscle is going to be telling the brain, I need you to pay attention to me. And the more frequently that you can do that, I've had clients that haven't felt a muscle for a long time, and then one day they worked it and it just switched on. They're like, it's burning, and when it's burning, I can tense it up. And that's something that bodybuilders do. When you're focused on just growing muscle, you watch yourself in the mirror and you're tensing, and you're watching what your brain does to your muscle, and you're seeing how it affects what the muscle looks like. Which is the third thing, which is visualization. If you can visualize the muscle that you are trying to working in your mind's eye while training, then you're going to have a much better chance of feeling that muscle working, activating, burning, and how hard you can push it to its limit if you are really visualizing that muscle developing and squeezing with every bit of effort and energy that you've got. And the last thing that you can do, if you can't feel a muscle, or if you want to continue to improve your mind-muscle connection, you can get a friend or a coach to actually palpate, so touch, the muscle that you are trying to activate, and then that is a cue, that is physical feedback for you to try and activate that muscle harder. So the muscles on our back, sometimes it's harder for us to see. So if we can get someone touching the muscles that we are trying to train, it allows us to zone in, and we've got awareness, we've got sensory awareness back there that we can continue to move the bones using those muscles and not other ones which may contribute to the action or the form that we are using.